Do you have a torn canvas and don't know what to do? In this video, I'm going to show you what I do when I encounter a torn canvas. So stay tuned. So I opened up this canvas. It was in a package of 2, and this is the canvas that was in the back. And I noticed that when I went to open it, that it's got a couple of tears in it that looks like it's been punctured. Let me zoom in so you can see that. If you can see, they're right here. There's one there. Looks like a puncture here, and then another tear here. So all of this area of this canvas is unusable. The rest of the canvas looks okay. Let me zoom back out. So I'm going to show you what I do when I have this happen, which has not happened to me very often, but I'll show you what I do. So I grab a cutting mat. I'm going to slide this underneath. Then I flip my canvas to the back side. And then I take a X-Acto knife. I don't know how sharp this one is. I may have to get a new blade for it. But then I go and I just cut the whole canvas out of the frame. And I'm running my X-Acto knife along the edge of the frame, the wood frame, to try to get as straight a cut as possible. It really doesn't matter at this point how straight it is. Let's see where we're still sticking. Okay, so now we have the canvas removed from the frame, and I keep the frame because if I ever have a bigger canvas that comes up punctured or messed up, I can remove it and then staple it onto a smaller frame. So I go ahead and keep the frames. I'm going to go ahead and keep the canvas stuck to it. You could have also tried to remove the canvas with all these staples, but since this canvas has to be cut down, I just cut it out of the frame. So here's where, I don't know if you can see it, but here's where all of my damage is on the, so this is the part that can't be used. It's about right there. So what I'm going to do is take a T-square. Let's see. What I want to do is make this into some usable sizes. So right now, this is about 13.5 by, let's say 17. I need to cut about 1.5 inches off of here. And I need to try to make it somewhat square. Cutting my paper cutter, which is what I want to put it in, will only accommodate, let's see, how many inches will this accommodate? So you can see it is about 1.5 inches over. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut this out freehand. Then I'm going to put it in here to cut it. So I'm going to set this aside. And I'm going to cut this down. And I'm going to try to cut this as square as possible. Just this will be easier to cut if I put this way. So here's the part I need to cut off. So I'm lining this up on this edge, even though this edge is not, so you can, let's see. If we line this up, that being about as straight as possible on that edge, we can come alright, whoop, I need this to be done at this right here. And what I'm doing is I'm lining it up to the mark on my cutting pad, not against here. So this is lined up on this 1 inch mark, and I've got it lined up. Oh, you can't see that very well, can you? Move that. So I have it lined up on this line, not with the canvas, if that makes any sense. And what I'm going to do is just cut this right down the canvas. Oops, I got a little off. So see, now we have, that's partially cut. So now we'll come over here and do this edge. Now I can line it up with this cut as best I can, taking into account the blade width. I'm still not cutting super straight, but we're just trying to get this to where I can get it into this cutter. Okay, so this piece is trash. That's the piece that had the damage on it. So now we have this loose piece of canvas. This is my Frisker's paper cutter. This is a rotary cutter. You don't have to have a rotary cutter. Actually, let's flip it this way to use it. I'm right-handed, so it just works better this way for me. So my cutting plate. Yep, so now this will fit on my cutting plate. And then I'm going to drop that guard down. And I'm going to cut now I have a straight edge. You can try, let's see if we can send this through. Let's see, I have a straight edge. Here is my straight edge on that side. Let me get a straight edge on this side. I think that'll. Okay, so now I'm doing a straight edge on my other side. And I'm just cutting off little bitty strips. And I'm going to try this. I don't know if this will work or not, but I'm going to try to fold this in half and line up my two edges that I know are straight now, which are my two ends. Just line that up. I'm gonna crease it. Oops. making sure that your two straight edges are lining up correctly. And I'm going to try not to crease this too much. Yep, that worked. Okay, so now I've got, now I am going to have a crease, but I think I can kind of fix that. Line this back up. Where this is my cut edge. This is my non-square edge here. So this is the other edge we have to make square. So I'm going to put this, slide this in here, keeping my other edges as straight as possible, and then I'm going to line it up on this edge. Yep, there we go. So this cut edge and this cut edge are all square. So now I'll cut this side. So now my canvas is all get that out of the way. So now my canvas has all straight edges, and we can line it up on this grid and see that it is just about perfect. So now it is a 12 by 17. So really it should be a 12 by 16. This is a 12 by 16 that I buy from Frederick's in a canvas pad. So here's this Frederick's canvas pads. There's 10 sheets. They're 12 by 16. So since this is 12 by 17, we'll go ahead and cut it down to a 16, and then you know that you can get it, it'll be sized for a frame. And you can, I know for a fact you can buy 12 by 16 frames off of Amazon, but you probably get them at Hobby Lobby. I've just never got them there. So what I'm going to do, this plate only goes to 13 inches. So what I need to do is mark my canvas let's see the whole thing here. Now I need to mark my canvas at the I need to mark a 1 inch off, so I'm going to actually raise it up so that I can see my grid. Line it up, and I'm going to mark it at the 1 inch mark. Now I can use my cutter and I'm going to line it up. Let's see, where's my mark? It's on this side. And cut off that 1 inch piece. And now I have a piece of canvas, pull that crease out of there, that is a 12 by 16, and now I can use this because you can paint on this and still put it in a frame like you would a piece of paper. And you can kind of fold this backwards and rub, not hard, but rub lightly on the crease we made to put it in the cutter, and that crease will come out. And so you now have a sheet of canvas that's already pre-gessoed and ready to go. So I hope that helps you out if you ever have a damaged canvas now. You don't have to throw them away. You have something you can do with them.